So, y'all, I am going to try to keep this at a decent time, okay? Because I really don't have like a hell of a lot to say. Now, I know I'm late. What are we, 6 episodes in, and I'm just now hitting y'all with a review for Housewives, but it's been a lot, y'all. It's like 1 minute, like I want to record, the next minute I don't want to record because I can't fucking watch the episode in time, or I don't want to record when nobody's here to disrupt me. It's like a bunch of different variables that I don't want to deal with. But like I said, I'm just gonna try to keep this one short and sweet. That's another thing. It's like I really can't go in to my fullest capacity because other people are here. So it's like, but I don't want to do the review late either. Like I want to do it in a timely fashion. So please forgive me if this isn't satisfactory. Okay, but this is how I've been feeling about these past couple episodes is that um let me just start off the bat. Like I feel like, oh shit, let me charge my phone. Is it charger? Okay, we good. But anyway, personally, I've been feeling like Candy has been weak as fuck. And Candy has been weak as fuck. I feel like she was being weak as fuck last season. Yeah, I think I addressed that. I felt like she was being weak as fuck last season. But this season, I feel like she's being weak as fuck with this whole Portia thing. And people feel like, oh, well, Portia deserves it because of what happened 2 seasons ago. People are like, oh, well, it's Candy's turn to be messy. Normally, it's always somebody else being messy. And it's like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, as someone who's been someone who has received Candy, well, had Candy up as a fan favorite. Definitely one of my favorites, and she has been. Like, the reason why I even started watching Housewives is because she joined the show back in 2009. Like, I hate to see her behave this way. And the reason why I feel like she's being weak as fuck is because it's like, Candy, you know how you felt when everybody was talking about Todd. Like, what does he do? Does he have a job? He ain't got no money. He's broke. He's short. He got a big ass head. He got all of these things. And then next thing you started hearing how he was an opportunist, how he dates women with money, and all this kind of bullshit. And then you hear that old Portia dude is a dog. He gets all these girls tattoos. He buys all these bitches Rolexes and shit, just like straight out the motherfucking gate. And it's like, okay, cool. It's fine if you hear that, but I just feel like it's one thing to hear it, but it's just one thing to just assume that's just how he does everybody. Because the way I was looking at it is that people bring out shit in people. So yeah, he may have like was doing like his standard, cook for Portia, buy Portia shit, buy her Rolex and get her tattoo, but we don't know if he feels the same way about her as he's done everyone else. And you just going based off of a bitch who Portia beat up, so that bitch will say anything. Then you got Carmen chiming in. We all know she don't even fucking like Portia with her old apple head ass. So it's like, I don't understand why she was just harping so hard on Portia's dude. It's like literally every opportunity she has, she wants to make a remark about Dennis, something about him. Like any opportunity, if they mention tattoos, oh well, he got that tattoo on him. Or somebody went Ronnie DeVoe come up in there with a Rolex. Oh, this looked like the Rolex that Dennis gave some other bitch. Like it's like any opportunity Candy has, she will take it. It has been irritating the hell out of me. Because like I said, this bitch, she hated it when everybody had something to say about Todd. And now you're doing the same thing. And Portia brought up some very valid points. She was like, yeah, you talking about it, but you didn't talk about it with me. You talked about it with these other bitches. So of course it's going to look like you on some hoe shit because you took it to them first. If you want, because Candy's like, 1 minute it just seemed like, oh, she's just observing the way Dennis has been behaving. The next minute, she's like, oh, well, I'm just doing this really out of concern for Portia because I feel like she's moving too fast. It's like, okay, well, then you should have done that. You should have handled up on that the right way from the very beginning instead of like doing it the way, because it seemed like she was just gossiping really at Portia's expense. And if that was the case, it's unwarranted. Because like Portia said, it was like, bitch, how else were we supposed to receive this? How were we supposed to feel about this? We supposed to feel good about this shit, Candy? Hmm? We're supposed to feel guilty about this shit. You saying that he gonna treat me like he treated the rest of these hoes, and then I mean I will say well some kind of hoe shit for like Dennis to go back and call his exes and shit, but it's like either you did the shit you didn't. You ain't gotta mention it to them because it's like it's their business just as much as it's your business because you tattooed them on your body. Them, you belongs to both of y'all. But anyway, like I said, I feel Candy's being weak as fuck, and I want to see some improvement. But it's like I'm not gonna get any fucking improvement because her and Portia unfollow each other again. So you know they got to beefing once again, and it's just like, oh my god, can y'all just stop and be cool? Because Candy and Portia are my favorite. So of course I was torn like Latoya Luckett when the two of them just started going at it. Um, Shamari. I like Shamari. She's cool. She does need a makeover because she's not fresh. I like Ronnie DeVoe. That's my favorite member of motherfucking New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe. So I like the two of them together. And I remember when I found out that, well, when she said that they were in an open relationship. Hold on, y'all. I hate that. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait till the end of this video. But anyway, when I found out that they were in an open relationship, I immediately assumed that well, because I know New Edition tours a lot, and that's another thing. Candy pissed me off because she got mad at Ronnie DeVoe, giving her some pointers about Escape having better placement for their tours. I don't know what he meant, but I know he didn't mean it maliciously and trying to be condescending to her. I know he meant it as someone who literally has been touring longer than Candy has been in the group before and after they broke up and got back together. Like he fucking Escape was only together for 5 years, and then they just reunited in 2000 last year. So they only been in the group for a total of 6.5 years. Fucking New Edition been touring way longer than that. And on top of that, New Edition and damn near BBD are legendary groups. So if this man has anything to say to you about performing, I think he knows what the fuck he's talking about. So I feel like for Candy to be like, just want to like start talking shit and like saying that, oh well, go put New Edition back together, whatever the case. I'm like, nah, Candy, shut the fuck up because Escape, and I love Escape. That's part of the reason why I love Candy. But y'all never gonna be on the same level as a New Edition or a BBD. Y'all don't have that. Y'all don't have a Poison. Okay, y'all don't have a Mr. Telephone Man. Y'all have Just Kicking It and Who Can I Run To and Model the Secret. They got so many more. So I felt like that was weak as fuck on Candy's part to just try to dismiss what the fuck he was saying as if she was bigger than, as if Escape and her as a individual were bigger than New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe. Like if this man is giving you pointers on how to be a better performer, you should take it because he knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's been doing this shit since he's a kid up until being 51 years old. Like Candy, you will be lucky if you can perform from then to now. I mean, now to 51 years old. We'll see how in the next decade. Okay. Anyway, I like Shamari. I like Ronnie DeVoe. But when I found out that they were in an open relationship, I immediately assumed that they were in a open relationship because they probably spent so much time apart. I had no idea that Shamari wanted to suck a little puss or get her puss sucked by another woman. I thought it was just like, well, you on the road for like 4 months. I'm at home by myself. I'm horny. I want some stimulation. I want to have a couple red light specials. I'm trying to fucking slap somebody my poison. I want to receive somebody's BBD while you are away. And it wasn't even like that. She just wanted some vagina. So I guess. Eva's cool. Eva, I feel like I'm gonna be indifferent to her like like the entire time on the show because like she's not really cool to me, but she's not bad either. Like she's not a good guy or a villain. She's like an anti-hero. So I feel like on some things I'm gonna agree with her and some things I'm not gonna agree with her on. Whereas when Candy was first on the show, I was agreeing with her on every single thing. Same thing with Portia. But I feel like Eve is just going to be that person who's just going to be riding the fence. Like, I'm going to choose to go this way. Well, not really riding the fence. It's like not making any moves. But I feel like she's going to be riding the fence as far as to like what's popular at the time. Like, she's going to go this way and they're going to go that way and vice versa. Um, but the show has been starting off pretty good. I don't miss Kenya's whole ass. I'm so glad that bitch has been gone because one thing that really bothered me, and let me just talk about Phaedra really quick. It's like Phaedra. I understand why you were upset with Candy because it pretty much to you it felt like your best friend was choosing your husband over you. I totally get that. But of all bitches, for you to try to concoct some grand scheme against, you choose Candy over Kenya? That didn't make any sense. Kenya has literally done the most to you, and you choose to go after Candy instead of her? Kenya lied so much you could have told that lie and we probably would have believed it. Like anyway, I don't miss Kenya, and um I'm glad she, cause it's like literally she sucked dick so much on the show, and then especially when it came to other people's marriage, and then for her to be like, oh well, we want to be on the show, but we don't really want to talk about our marriage or anything like that. It's like, nah, bitch, you was all in everybody else's. You was in Nene's marriage, you was in Phaedra's marriage, you was in Portia's marriage, like you was all up in it. You was in Kim Field's marriage, like you literally was in everybody's marriage. So why do you think you deserve to have a happy ending when nobody can be in your wedding? Bitch, get the your marriage, get the fuck out of here. So I'm glad she's gone. Phaedra's been gone for a season now, so I was never really like a huge Phaedra fan, so I don't mind. I think Eva and Shamari are good replacements because I actually like Shamari and Eva's okay with me. So whereas I didn't like Kenya and Phaedra was just okay, so this is good for me as a viewer. But y'all, that's literally how I feel. I'm gonna be more consistent. I'm gonna be knocking these reviews out, and I'm gonna make sure I get them to y'all on time. Um, if y'all haven't, follow me on any social media, do so. I'll follow back. All of that good stuff. Any gamers out there, you all can send me a friend request on Xbox Live at Ride the Maverick. Y'all have just wrote the Maverick. Y'all have a great one.